Hi, and welcome to Hamilton Law and Mediation and our YouTube video, Nipped in the Bud, Not in the Butt. We're providing our colleagues with the ability to resolve animal conflicts without litigation. So the first installment is the neighbor's barking dog. How do you approach a neighbor who has a barking dog? Well, we suggest the three best ways to handle the neighbor's barking dog is by one, not approaching the neighbor when you're angry. That really creates a situation that you probably don't want to create, but because of the high level of anger and anxiety, it will escalate into something you really don't want it to be. So our first advice is never speak to your neighbor about their barking dog when you're angry. Second, when you want to speak to your neighbor about a barking dog, ask them to go to a neutral place, a Starbucks, a diner, the park, take a walk with the dog. Something that is neutral and off-site. Third, when you're talking about the barking dog, make sure you include yourself in the resolution. Don't say, what are you going to do about your dog? That is really a difficult position for you to take and for them to receive and hear and try to resolve it and stop the conflict. So what we suggest at Hamilton Law and Mediation to our clients before they come in to try to mediate a conflict they can't work out themselves, or if they want us to help them be the neutral place for them to work out their conflict, we say, go speak to your neighbor about the barking dog when you're calm. Ask them to go out and have a cup of coffee with you first thing in the morning, either before work or after the kids are dropped off at school or before they run their errands on the weekends. Say, let's go out and grab a cup of coffee. And then when you are discussing it with them, say, listen, I'm working from home, or I'm sick, or I have someone who's sick in the house, and I'd love to work with you on a system where I would know that I could have a conference call between 2 and 3, or I could have a conference call between 9 and 11, so that I can make sure that your dog can get out and I can have my conference calls. What do you think? What do you think we could do to work this out? It's a manner in which to have the neighbor be cognizant of their dog barking and have them also be cognizant of the fact you realize dogs bark, that you're not being unreasonable, that you really want to work out a resolution. So if in fact you have a neighbor whose dog is barking all day, say in an apartment building, make sure you just drop them a cute note and say, listen, can we have coffee at Starbucks tomorrow or another day or over the weekend? Bring them down, have the cup of coffee and say, listen, we need to chat. And I know that maybe you don't know because you go to work that your dog barks all day. What can we do? Is there a dog walker that can come? Is there a toy you can give them that's filled with food so it keeps them busy? Is there something you can do so that since I work from home, or maybe there's someone you can hire to come in and sit with the dog for a few hours so we can get to work. Or maybe you'd want to take a walk with the dog in the afternoon and you would be able to do that. Think outside the box. So this is Deborah Hamilton of Hamilton Law and Mediation, the firm that's trailblazing the way toward resolving animal conflicts without litigation.